Hey everyone, welcome back. Today we're talking about a big step forward for Ford's pickup line, now the Ford Ranger PHEV, which is bringing electrification, hybrid power, and still keeping the toughness and capabilities that truck owners demand. In this video we'll cover everything from specs to performance, features, what it means for you, and how this truck compares to traditional diesel or petrol Rangers. The Ranger has been Europe's best-selling pickup truck for over a decade, with a strong reputation for work and ruggedness. Rising emissions standards in Europe and stricter rules on fleet are pushing manufacturers to electrify. Ford is responding with this plug-in hybrid version to replace or reduce reliance on diesel versions. The Ranger PHEV is built in Silverton, South Africa for European markets, with deliveries already underway in some places. A PHEV combines an internal combustion engine, ICE, with an electric motor and a battery that can be charged from an external source. You get an electric-only mode for shorter trips, city driving, commuting, and then the petrol engine kicks in for longer distance, towing, or when battery is depleted. The goal: combine low air emissions, reduced fuel costs, ability to drive quietly in cities, yet still full utility, off-road, towing, payload etc. Engine 2.3-liter EcoBoost petrol engine plus electric motor, 75 kilowatts, transmission 10-speed automatic gearbox, with hybrid motor integrated. Four-wheel drive system retained. Battery 11.8 kilowatt-hours. Usable lithium-ion battery. Electric-only. Range up to 43 kilometers, WLTP. For many customers about 28 miles in some tests. Power torque. Combined power around 207 to 280 kilowatts in different testing. Marketing materials. Torque 697 Newton meters. This is more torque than any previous Ranger, including Raptor in some cases. Payload. Towing. Payload up to 1 ton. Towing capacity still up to 3,500 kilograms. Charging. Battery can be charged via an external charger. Full charge with single-phase 16-amp charger in under 4 hours. Also regenerative charging and engine charging when needed. The StormTrack edition is limited, with unique styling cues. Interiors. In higher trims get more comforts, heated seats, steering wheel, premium sound systems, etc. Pro Power on board. One of the first Rangers to get this. This means you can use the battery power for work tools, or camping gear. Up to 6.9 kilowatts output for tools, equipment from the battery system. Infotainment. Sync 4A. Larger touch screen. 12. Connected features. Driver assistance tech. Wireless phone charging. Interior and practicality. Double cab, good bed dimensions, durable materials, etc. The bed still fits Euro pallets between wheel wells. Reduced emissions and running costs. For city driving, short trips, you can do many without using petrol. Savings in fuel and possibly tax incentives. Also maintains utility, even with hybrid tech. Towing, payload, off-road ability are not compromised. That's a big deal for traditional Ranger buyers. Modern features. Comfort, electric drive modes, advanced tech, better sound insulation, improved cabin stuff. Flexibility, ability to run on electric in zones with emissions restrictions. Better acceptance in cities. Electric range is modest, 40 to 45 kilometers is good for commuting. But if you often drive long distances or in rural, off-grid areas, engine will still be doing a lot. Charging infrastructure. Time, 4 hours for full charge with 16A single phases and fast chargers at work or home will help, but you'll need planning. Cost. Purchase price, likely higher upfront than diesel, petrol versions due to hybrid system, battery, etc. Weight. Complexity, more components, battery, motor, electronics, mean more potential maintenance, possibly more weight affecting handling or bed capacity in some cases, though Ford seems to have balanced these well. The Ranger PHEV replaces the 2.0-litre EcoBlue diesel in many European markets. Ford is shifting away from certain diesels in favor of hybrid and PHEV options to meet emissions regulations. It lets Ford retain its dominance in the pickup segment in Europe by offering something that meets both regulatory pressures and what customers want: utility plus reduced environmental impact. For commercial users, construction, trades, etc., having onboard power, pro-power, lower fuel costs, and electric driving in urban zones could be a game changer. Emissions: city driving, much lower, zero tailpipe emissions when under battery range, higher, especially in stop-start city conditions, zero tailpipe, but depends on electricity source. Operating cost: fuel plus maintenance, lower for many use cases if plugged in often. Fuel maintenance costs higher, plus emissions penalties lowest for fuel maintenance, but cost infrastructure challenges exist. Utility: towing, payload, off-road, maintained at 3,500 kg tow, 1 ton payload. Full 4WD capability retained, typically strong across all models. Some F trucks promise high capability, but often with trade-offs: weight, range drop under load. Range flexibility good mix, electric for short trips, petrol for longer long-range diesel, but emissions fuel costs higher. F-range can suffer with towing/heavy loads. Charging infrastructure limits long trips in many regions. Daily commuting plus weekend use: a buyer who drives 30 to 40 kilometers daily, mostly in town, but also occasionally needs to tow a trailer or go off a road. Ranger PHEV allows electric driving in town, then petrol when needed. Tradespeople: mobile work, onboard power, 6.9 kilowatts, lets you run tools on site without a separate generator. Cleaner emissions could ease regulations or workplace requirements. Fleet operators: they may benefit from lower fuel, electricity costs, possibly tax incentives, and lower emissions profiles for regulatory compliance. More widespread adoption of PHEV, hybrid versions of work trucks from not just Ford, but other brands. Improvements in battery tech, quicker charging, perhaps higher electric range in future. Potential versions or special editions: a more luxury trims, sport, tough trims, similar to Raptor or Maserati style. Blending power and aesthetics. Regulatory impact: say incentives, tax breaks, zone restrictions will push customers toward these lower emission versions. The 2026 Ford Ranger PHEV is a strong move by Ford to modernize its pickup line without sacrificing what made the Ranger popular in the first place. You get the ruggedness, towing, off-road ability you expect, with the added electric punch for city driving, lower emissions, and new tech features. For many, this could be the best of both worlds. If you're thinking of getting a pickup and you care about fuel costs, emissions, or living, working in areas with clean air zones, this is definitely a truck to consider.